this is part 2 of our turkey card. So let's go ahead and get started. You're gonna need your glue and your scissors and some of your scraps from last time. I have my orange and my red scrap for my turkey's face. So let's go ahead and take the long, big brown rectangle. We're gonna fold it in half to the best of our ability. And this is going to be the turkey's body. So what we want to do is we actually want to just round off the corners. So if you think of it like we're just rounding the corner off right there, that's all you have to do. And you don't have to draw it first if you don't want to. You can just take your scissors and turn the corner into part of a circle. Do this on all 4 corners. And you can always pause if you need to do a step and then catch up. Okay, great. So now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to do the same thing with this. This is our turkey's head. So same idea, round off those corners. This is going to be kind of a crazy looking turkey, so you know he's weird when his head starts off as a square and then becomes the shape of a marshmallow. Marshmallow turkey. Okay. This is going to get glued onto the front of our card. You don't need too much glue. Remember, the thinner the glue is, the faster it's going to dry. And then you can put your head on the top, in the middle, on the bottom. I like mine on the bottom because it looks like he's got a big fat body. And I made sure to check that this was the fold right here, so I knew I was putting it right where I wanted to put it. So you might want to check where your fold is before you glue. Okay, cool. Now, you're going to write a message inside of your card. So here is your choice right now. Think about what your message would be. Let's prep this by, you guessed it, cutting off the corners and rounding this. It's going to mimic the same shape as the inside of the card. That's why we're doing this. And keep these little white scraps. We might want those later to make some turkey eyes. So if you're confident about your writing, you could glue this in first. But if you're not and you want to write this first and outline it with colored pencil, draw some little colored pencil leaves on it, do something really cute and really cool, write a nice message to someone that you might end up sending this to, think about what you're going to do first before you just glue this in. Because if you glue it in and then you're writing and you mess up, it's stuck in there. So you might want to write your message first, then put it inside, okay? So we're not going to glue this in right now. Then I'm going to take my turkey hands from last time and I am going to glue these on the back of my turkey like this. Look at that. So I've got some good plumage going there. So I made sure that pencil lines are on the back. I set it up the way that I like it on the front. See how I arranged it so that I like the orange one in the middle. This is going off to the side. Maybe a little bit more in if I decide I'm going to stick this in an envelope and mail it to someone. It's kind of nice to see the colors overlapping. And this brings it together a little bit more. Okay, so let's put some glue on the back of that. That just holds the first layer down. Here's my second layer. There's no really easy way to do that. You just glue it down. Then you might want to flip it over and just check the top to make sure that you did get everything in there really well. Okay, you can even do a little overlapping right there if you want to with your fingers. That'll help hold it together better. Oops, wrong side. Oh well. Okay, now I got this cute little turkey with no face, so let's give him a face. I'm gonna grab a scrap from over here, taking a look at this, thinking, what could be a beak? Okay, so if I wanted to, I could actually use a bigger piece, fold it in half, and where you have the fold, make that the widest part of a triangle and cut a triangle from the fold. And look at that. Got myself a little beak. I put glue on the back of the beak rather than putting glue on the face of the turkey. You might want to make sure that the beak is proportional and like the right size. You don't want to make a giant beak and then stick it on his face. Or maybe you do. All right, I glued that down and the top got a little gluey, so I'm making sure that is up so it doesn't get glued down to the bottom part. Next, I'm going to make my turkey's snood. That's that little piece of flesh that hangs off of the side of the beak, and it's like a little teardrop shape. So I'm just gonna make a little turkey snood. A little bit of glue for my snood. And here we go, put it right there next to his beak. Lovely. Oh, beak, stop gluing closed. There we go. Okay, now some eyes. I'm gonna use my scraps from cutting out my white, and I'm just gonna make a couple tiny little circles, but as big as I can with the scraps I have to work with. You don't have to do this. You don't have to make eyes. You could just take your Sharpie and just put dots on your turkey's face like that if you want. But I thought I would show you how to do this in case any of you wanted to go the extra mile for your turkey. You got to decide what you're going to do with your turkey card now. So you could use it as the head of the table. You could write a poem inside of this guy and put him on display. You could do just about anything you want. Maybe with your scraps you make a little mask for your turkey and you can write Thanksgiving 2020. There we go. I'm gonna grab my Sharpie. Normally I would wait till the glue is dry, but this is just so that you can see. There we go. Give him some nice eyes. And we have our turkey card.